Hey folks, and welcome to Norwood Tabletop. We're once here again at Worcester War Games, and we have got more K47. This is the promised 2,000 point game. Here we have the Axis forces. I'm just testing the thing. Ignore the packaging in the background. Andy the boss man is doing a bit of a rearrange out the back of the room. There it is. But we're going to look at the K47 forces. Prince Arthas, once again, is evident with his Steltruppen. There they are with the Steltruppen. We have Herbert West, our Reanimator, also known as the Totenrot Medic. We have our, I can't believe they're not Umbrella Vampires, in the form of the Nachtjäger. There are two units of the Totenkorps, both of 11, because we had to drop some things out. There is no Artillery Observer or Air Force Observer in this one. We have the Vogelspin. Ignore the turret, it does have the Machine Swearer on it. I do have a Machine Swearer turret somewhere, but can't find the thing at the moment. Obviously, we have the Nachtjäger, our wonderful spider tank that is just a lot of fun to play with and tends to run around causing havoc. As against robots, it doesn't need to worry about spending its Rift Dice to raise the dead because nothing else happens, so it just keeps reinforcing the Totenkorps and munching things. And our newest addition, the Wotan. Now that does have, of course, the 88 anti-tank gun on it, but we are using it as a Shinen cannon. I just literally could not get my hands for love and money on a Shinen cannon in a reasonable time frame to wield, so that is what that is going to be. We haven't named the Wotan yet, so if anyone who watches and stops by and has a bit of a look wants to throw in naming suggestions for the Wotan. Obviously we've got a couple of themes going on. We've got Blizzard for the World of Warcraft for the commander there. Obviously we're reaching to HP Lovecraft for our Totenrot, so something cool for the Wotan would be nice, and we will name the vehicles that. Speaking of which, also the Nachtjäger and the Vogelspin I think also deserve names, so you know what, put them in the comments and give us some names to play with. And we're going to go and take a quick look now at the Allied forces, the British Commonwealth, and what they've got. And here we have a look at the Commonwealth forces. What have we got here, Ollie? Introduce us to everything there, so.
Command unit in the form of an automated director with +1 extra trooper.
Yeah, there we go.
Mark II squad.
Mark II squad.
With all the special options.
All the special options, all the icing.
B for Bertie.
B for Bertie.
3 units of Mark 1s.
There they are, 3 Mark 1s.
2 of which with MMGs, 1 of which with HMGs.
Awesome.
And then last but not least, we have the Armoured Walker Platoon.
Yep.
Command Percival,
yep.
A Guardian Light Walker, and a Firefly.
And a Firefly, so it's super heavy anti-tank gun against super heavy anti-tank gun in this showdown. Wow. Railgun. Super duper heavy railgun. Awesome. Okay, let's, we've got the table set up as you can see. Let's sort out what we're playing and get into the meat of it. Here we go, folks. We are in our pre-turn 1 prep. Now this is the scenario. We have this central hill here that command unit's codename Bolvar has taken. They've been fending off Axis forces. He has 2 units of Mark 1s with him deployed into the middle zones behind the heavy cover. However, the zombies are encroaching from both sides. There we are, zombies and zombies. And as play continues, the idea is the Axis will need to force Bolvar off that hill. If I can force it, if Bolvar holds the hill at the end of turn 5, or at least the Commonwealth does, then it is a Commonwealth victory. If the Axis have forced Bolvar from the hill, or his units anyway, if we manage to kill him and his units are off the hill, and we don't hold it with a capture unit, so the Totenkorps can't do it, then it is a draw. And if I manage to get capture units onto the hill for the end of turn 5 and hold it with nothing contesting the hill, it's a bit of King of the Hill game, then it is a victory for the Axis. We're going to get the rest of the setup done, we're going to go and play a turn and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're a couple of dice draws in, and these automata have gone onto ambush orders, as you can see just there, and so have these ones here. The British have drawn the first 2 dice, but a German dice, an Axis dice has been drawn. There it is. if he wants to focus at any point in time. There we go. And we are going to do some magic with this dice. So another quick update as the dice are being drawn. Something else we actually put in this scenario for ourselves, as this is a self-made scenario, is that we are not just bringing on units willy-nilly as they are drawn from the bag. What we are doing, you see the spider crabs come on over here, the Natch Zera, and Herbert West has come on over here. You see we are rolling to see which of the corner or centre or other corner we can bring a unit in, and we are declaring the unit before we roll to see where they're coming in from. And we've got a mech showing up there on the table, ready to try and do some damage. Okay folks, here we go. That's the way I always start these segments. Just stop doing that. So Bolvar still holds the hill, that's not a huge shock. Everything's open fire. Let's have a look at the devastation. We lost a zombie. The Totem Corps lost a zombie as they advanced over here. We had a shot from the Firefly, came zipping across the field and was deflected by the rubble in front of the Natch Zera. As the Natch Jaeger came flying into the table, automated infantry opened fire in their ambush and gunned down one of the Natch Jaeger. Arthur's has taken the field, the Staltruppen have taken the field, everything's been coming on from this random corner. The Wotan entered the battlefield, and it is, even though it's an 8-8 on the model, we are playing it with the Shining Cannon, and the Shining Cannon railgun fired all the way across the table at the waiting Percival that was over there, and we were kind of scared, but it successfully managed to roll a 1 and miss. We had a little bit of gunfire in the middle as well. The Maschinenschwerer fired from this Vogelspine that has entered the table, and it took out one of the automated infantry over there. And the machine gun fire gunned down several zombies, but we have raised one from the dead. And with that, we are clearing up turn 1 and going into turn 2. It looks like it's going to be a hell of a fight, although 90% of the Axis forces are huddled in this corner at the moment. Okay, so a little bit of excitement. We've just rolled for our used Rift dice, and you can see I'm pointing at a Surge dice, and that Surge dice belongs to the Wotan, which is sitting on the field, can see most things, and if that Surge dice gets used, whoo, baby, we're gonna be cooking tonight. Hey folks, we've got a question for everybody as we go into turn 2 here. Oh, no. The Chronic Shark has used his superior code breaking to obviously get the favourable thing of pulling a dice. It's in his hand. So what's the question, Ollie?
It's either an ambush or a fire.
So either an ambush or a fire for these guys here.
I can shoot as they come in.
Now obviously, you're going to find out what he does, but I want to see votes in the comments. Is he going to go to ambush or is he going to open fire? It was super secret third option. They are advancing so they can get nice close range fire into the zombies. We're going to watch the dice as they come up. I'm just going to hold the thing there.
Oh god, okay. So many dice hitting
so
on
you
twos.
hit on two. Twos?
This is the first half.
Twos?
Point blank.
Yeah, but moved.
But comp systems.
So
like
comp systems.
Moving.
Okay, because they're within range of these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, alright. Let's see what happens. Twos. Could be a lot of dead zombies. Raise a glass.
3 misses.
3 misses. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good about this. Corbin, I'm not feeling good about this. Don't feel right. Don't feel right, man. Don't feel right. See what happens. Any 6s?
1.
1 6. All of that, you come closer to the zombies. I mean, you do have tough fighters as well because you've got the blades.
Oh no, this is still. That was only the first half of the shooting.
I was at the first half of the shooting, so 1 zombie potentially dead so far because obviously we have the medic. First half of the shooting.
Second half of the shooting.
Second half's a lot of 6s, but not at this juncture do you need the 6s.
No.
Not at this juncture you need 6s, so that's a bunch of 6s. 1 dead zombie so far.
6s?
You get a bunch more 6s?
Yes. 4 more.
4 more? 4 more.
So 5 potential dead zombies.
5 potential dead zombies. Well, we'll see what happens, shall we? This is the result. The automated infantry marched. They fired, many zombies fell. In fact, I was down to only a couple of zombies, 5 zombies as a result of that. And then the Percival also advanced, sighted on the zombies and opened up with rockets, which took me down to a couple of zombies. The zombies were forced to pop that beautiful surging dice. We healed 4 and then lost another valiant corpse as the Percival rained down a lightning and rocket-based death into these heroic walking cadavers. Okay, another update. Things have gotten vicious. The British have managed to draw not only their initial order dice that was their special ability, they also drew an order dice to activate the Percival. Then they drew an order dice to activate the Firefly. And they also drew an order dice to activate the not Galahad, the Guardian battlesuit. And finally the Axis get to do something, and you may notice the Nat Jaeger, the vampires, are having a word with the Guardian. I'm going to teach you a lesson about who's really boss on this otherwise soulless battlefield. It appears we've had a slight misunderstanding, as the Walker defense has gone off and managed to slay all 3 of the Nat Jaeger as they charged in. This is unfortunate because the Nat Jaeger are normally really good at killing armoured things, but here we are. Oh no. Here we are, the end of turn 2. It's not been a good Axis turn in the slightest. Obviously, the vampires got horribly massacred charging in to the Walker, which has never happened before. We normally get somebody through, but that didn't happen. The Wotan, I don't know what's going on, but missed on its charge shot with its surging dice when it was only missing on 1s. We put the dice back in the bag, courtesy of a hero nearby. It fired again into Commander Bolvar, hit, and failed to wound with the Shinen Cannon. And then the autocannon also fired, and the hard to kill and heavy cover for Bolvar kind of took over there. The Nakshera has moved up open fire with the medium machine gun into the ambushing infantry and achieved, basically nothing. And here we've had zombies stumbling forwards. You may notice that Herbert West is gone, because B for Bertie, there he is, came sneaking up the field like the horrible monster that he is, soulless creature, nothing but wires and gears. It's all metal plate. We at least have the decency to use the dead. And even the Machine Swearer achieved absolutely nothing in the fire phase. So the Commonwealth are really having it all their way so far this game, as we're going into turn 3. Finally! Finally, he says! A surging shot from the Wotan flashes across the table, zips past everything, and impacts with the Percival. It's on fire, it's immobilized, it's got a lot of pin markers. We might actually have a fighting chance in turn 3 of turning this around, although I might be speaking too soon. Also, these guys didn't die. That's a bonus. It has happened. The Totem Core charged the Automata, and the Soulless killed the Soulless, as we once again prove that animated flesh is in fact stronger than shoddy Imperial British steel. The way opens for the zombies to reach Bolvar, but they might need to raise the dead a little bit first because there's only 2 of them left. Also, we've had a little bit of zombie death over here, but that's fine, that's okay, we're surging here as well. The flamethrower is now out of ammunition on the Guardian, and he's pinned himself while firing. This could be the turning moment. This is a dangerous desert, a hostile desert. It's a green desert. The Mark 1s have fallen, the zombies have charged. The dead are rising, and it's starting to look bleak for codename Bolvar. After what was 2 very good, I think, Commonwealth turns, and the Axis were getting slapped, we are now pushing the centre objective. However, the Totem Core cannot hold it. They can only force Bolvar from it. So we're going to see what happens as we go into the rest of our dice draws for the turn. But this is the first turn the Axis have had an impact. Hopefully we can carry it on into turn 5. It's the end of turn 3. It's been a savage round. The Commonwealth centre that looks so strong and proud has all but fallen. Codename Bolvar is looking lonely on his hill. Support is trying to reach him. There's fire trying to weather down these assaulting columns of zombies. But is it going to prove to be too little too late? Were the Commonwealth too complacent in their apparent superiority and dominating the middle of the battlefield? Did they have it their way too easy for 2 turns? And are we seeing a genuine Axis push for a victory? There's the state of the battlefield as we do a quick pan around. Is Bertie going to save the day? We'll find out. Travesty! How dare this happen? The Percival has taken a mighty shot after several little bits of manoeuvring has happened, has been going into turn 4, and the Natchera, after running backwards across Bolvar's position, has been struck with Tesla and autocannon fire and is reduced to a smouldering wreck. However, not before the Totem Core have very nearly completely replenished themselves this round. Let's see what else the Commonwealth have got in them. Here we have some of the closing moves of turn 4. Look at this. The Mark IIs are coming out of cover. I'm sure they're going to be shooting something in a minute. The Totem Core are surrounding the hill. The Natchera got exploded as we covered before. There's more zombies advancing on the hill. The Staltrupper, who haven't really done much this game at all because they ended up in the corner, have been running through the cover, and Arthas is there leading them as he's charging up the hill. We are coming up to a fantastic set of finales, and of course over here we have a Volgage spin that Bertie has been hammering away at with his own weapon, and yeah, this is getting interesting. This is going to be a brutal final turn. We've got a couple more dice rolls to make, and then we will come back with a quick recap and before we go into turn 5. Final moves of turn 4 have happened. The Guardian has come stomping through everything, smashed through Arthas's bodyguard, smashed through the Staltrupper, and Staltrupper lost their lives as this imperialistic behemoth comes tearing through. And we are going into the final rounds. Can the valiant Axis forces, those serving noble Prince Arthas, take this hill? So here we are, we're about halfway through the turn 5, or probably a bit more than that now, and all hell has broken loose as we knew it would around the hill. We've had Mark IIs charging into zombies, we've had zombies charging into Mark IIs, we've got a Walker assault going on. Arthas led his bodyguard also into this battle. We've got the Staltrupper still towing the base of the hill, hoping that this is going to be resolved. I got greedy with the Rift dice over here, and these zombies are now not really contributing much of anything. There's only a few things left to do. It's looking like this could end up in a little bit of a stalemate on the hill, but god damn does it look impressive. Here we are, the end of 5. This just got messy as hell. There's Arthas in the middle of it all, still standing, surrounded by robots who are surrounded by zombies. There are fires burning everywhere. The Shining Cannon did its job and took out the Firefly in the last over there. We've got more advancing robots coming up the side. More pin markers on the Vogelspin who just went down, and that is the end of everything. And as the sun sets, Prince Arthas is still battling against Commander Bolvar on top of the hill in with this wonderfully interesting and swingy game, where it started off really well for the Commonwealth, and then oh my god, that turn 3, and it closes in a stalemate battle for the hill. Of course, a stalemate on the hill is all Bolvar needed to do to secure a minor Commonwealth victory. Arthas is held at bay, and the zombie horde will eventually retreat. Thanks for watching, folks, and remember, look after each other, be excellent to each other, and it's not work, it's tabletop. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.